What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to the Warframe video. So, we got the full Echoes of DUVIRI patch notes today. And yeah, they actually snuck in some really good quality of life changes. We've got some new augment mods that sound pretty interesting, new incarnons, and things of that nature. So we'll be going over all that stuff today. Hope you enjoy these types of videos because we do them for every update. We do videos every day on this channel, so make sure you're subbed if you have not already. Also, we're going to briefly talk about the riven disposition changes because they basically canceled the riven nerfs for now. No incarnon riven nerfs for the time being. We'll have a full riven disposition change video tomorrow, but the long and short of it is that they are still thinking about what to do with incarnon rivens, so incarnon rivens are not nerfed for at least the time being. Okay, so let's hop in there. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy these videos. I'll be live on stream right after this video goes up, trying to farm out that Wisp Prime, because Wisp Prime is already out. People are trying to open their relics already. Alright, let's get in there. So, as far as Echoes of DUVIRI, there is quite a bit here to go over, but not really like a big new open world or something like that. It's just an update to the DUVIRI update we already have. So it is a mainline update. Wisp Prime is out, and her weapons look pretty good. Let's quickly look at the Wisp Prime weapon stats while we're here. So we've got the Fulman Prime and the Gunson Prime. Wisp Prime is going to be the same abilities and stuff, just have a little bit more shields and I believe armor and sprint speed. So, alright, we are in game. Let's look at that Fulman Prime and that Gunson Prime. Fulman Prime has 34% base crit chance in the full auto shot, 30% on the base shot, 2.2 multiplier. Looks pretty good. 550 base damage on the primary shot. MR12 required. So that is a buff over the normal one. And the Gunson Prime is a MR12 required weapon as well. Very high status and good base damage too. So these are pretty good weapons, it looks like, if you were to like just want a good weapon from Prime Access. Alright, so moving on. Let's not try to dwell on stuff like that for too long. So the main things here, there are some big changes to quality of life in this update. So you get if you want to look into the Wisp Prime stuff, it's available. You'll be able to buy it for like 3 or 4 months, so no big rush on that unless you want to get right now. So Metis Prime, Strung Prime, Magnus Prime, Volted, if you've been watching the channel, you knew about that months in advance. And here we go. Riven disposition changes. Take a different approach to this update. Postponed Riven decreases. So yeah, no incarnons have been changed this update, guys. I'll do a video on that tomorrow. There were some Riven buffs technically too, but yeah, no incarnon nerfs is what you should keep in mind. And they said that they not saying no to Riven nerfs in the future, but for right now, incarnon Rivens are safe because it would have been a massive shock to the system. But they were about to do it. They were definitely about to do it. Alright, new Drifter, Melee, Argo, and Vel. We showed that on some of the previous videos. It's the Sword and Shield. And that's the heavy attack on that is going to touch a heavy ricocheting glaive off of enemies. Let's go ahead and link that in game. I will be having videos of this stuff out, but we're just doing a full patch note overview today. So Argo and Vel. Let's see what we got here. 34% crit chance, 2.4 multiplier. So these are good stats. These are good stats, and this thing looks powerful. So heavy attacks send forth a glaive that ricochets off enemies. Looks really cool. This one will be definitely a fan favorite. Build requirements. Not that bad, actually. Where do you get this? Use the Pathos Clamps in DUVIRI to unlock the Drifter compatible weapon. Okay, so this is going to cost Pathos Clamps. You can, of course, buy it for plat if you want to. But yeah, it'll be a similar situation like the Siam and all that. You have to go and get it from the DUVIRI cave. So that's cool. We already knew that was coming, though. So new Undercroft tiles. There's 2 new Undercroft tiles. There's also a Jackal Assassination mission in the Undercroft. So keep in mind that that is a mission that can spawn. Jackal will drop Rune Marrow and the chance to drop the Jackal Sigil. Thanks. Thank you so much. That sure is going to make it worth it. Undercroft Trauma Clamp. So there's a new thing called a Trauma Clamp, and it's in a dangerous place in the Undercroft. Trauma Clamps are hazards that can be found throughout the Undercroft. Breaking them open will pull in both Tenno and foes alike, trapping them for a moment and imparting effects determined by the current spiral. The range at which players will be drawn isn't smaller than for your enemies, but will still take care when activating them. Use these strategically as one of them spawns per Undercroft. However, as the Void works in mysterious ways, there's a chance of further Trauma Clamps spawning after a hazard is unleashed. I have no idea what they mean by this. This sounds like something that if you activate that on the map, it will be an area of damage for you and the enemies. And one of these is Toxin. So I don't know why they had to add this, but it's been added. They will augment the different spiral with different effects. During sorrow, be cold damage status, anger is heat damage status, fear, electric, envy, toxin, and joy will have void damage status, plus healing that will seek out nearby players. I have no idea what this is, the purpose of this is, but let's hope it's not a bad thing, just a good thing. New Incarnons. We have what the Incarnons will do. Remember, these will not be available until Sunday night, and I'll have a video of those right away, of course. New Incarnons will be added to the Steel Path Circuit Word Path. Once acquired, players can install them, blah, blah, blah. The WARFRAME. Awaken this weapon's ability to shoot 3 short-range beams that link enemies in Incarnon 4. So the Boar is a triple beam chaining thing. It says short range, so yeah, not going to be as far as the Torrid. Gamma Core. Use this ability to fire projectiles that will pull in enemies into a cold explosion in Incarnon form. So, okay. Angstrom. Awaken this weapon's ability to launch target-seeking fireballs that ricochet towards enemies in Incarnon form. So, it doesn't say anything about having to do like headshots or body shots in the Angstrom, but we'll know on Sunday. Gorgon. Awaken this weapon's ability to fire embedding projectiles that explode the heat damage in Incarnon form. Okay, so delayed explosions. And the Anku. Awaken this weapon's ability to increase range and slash damage during slide attacks in the Incarnon form. Okay, so the leaks didn't seem like... The leaks were incorrect, it sounds like, on this one. But we'll see on Sunday again. So Circuit Reward Path rotation, Sunday, July 30th. As a result, we're altering the current Steel Path will be on next 30th. So there's a new Week 2. Week 2 is stapled in here. So we are currently on Week 1, Bratton, Leda, Oscana. Next, Sunday, Boar, Gamma Core, Angstrom, Gorgon, Anku. Make sure you stop by my live stream channel. I'll be buying all these on day 1. I'll be trying to get some information on them the night of as well in a community post on my YouTube channel. So come, just make sure you're subscribed, basically, so you'll see when it goes up. You can buy them at Cavalier. They don't have the price on here for some reason. I don't know why they have. In addition to being able to acquire them from the Steel Path Rewards, you can also be able to purchase a Cavalier with Platinum in the Incarnon market starting the week they're available at the Steel Path Circuit Rewards. As previously discussed on DevStream 172, the intention behind this experiment is to offer pay to skip blah, blah, blah. Okay, so they'll be available on Sunday, basically. That's what you need to keep in mind. They'll also be permanently available like after this week's over, too, at that market thing. 4 new augment mods for some frames. Let's go over these new augment mods. And remember, these are new, so they might not work exactly as advertised here. So the first one's going to be for Protea, so her 4th ability, the ability that most people helmet off. Temporal Erosion is the name of this augment. While Protea's 4th ability is active, each strike of Grenade Fan and Blaze Artillery strips 10% of the enemy's armor. So that's okay, but the problem is that nobody actually keeps this ability active. And anyone that does keep it active, I don't know, are they going to really want to use a mod slot for this? Don't get me wrong, this is a powerful effect. Those heat turrets can fire off shots really quickly, and also the slash grenades tick quite often too. So this will be some armor strip for Protea, but the problem is it comes down to keeping an ability no one ever keeps on Protea. Also an ability that can really be goofy. It's like I activate this, the timer starts. Once the timer ends, I fly back to wherever I started the timer at. So that can just be very disorienting mid-mission. But I'm not going to deny this is a powerful effect. That's going to be from the Arbiters of Hexus and the Parent Sequence for that one. Next is for Selegoth. It's called Shadow Rays. It's for his first ability, Reap. Increased crit chance by 50% on enemies inflicted with Death Harvest. A new shadow emerges from those enemies. When they perish, limit of 3 shadows. Okay, so for people that don't play Selegoth and just think he's like a Gloom Subsume frame, what this means to you, enemies debuffed by your 1 take increased crit chance by 50%. I don't know if that's before mods, after mod, additive, multiplicative, whatever. So any enemy affected by that is going to be taking 50% more crit chance. A new shadow, a new first ability emerges from those dead corpses when they perish. Limit of 3 shadows. So you can have 3 ghosts with Selegoth, it sounds like. This one sounds pretty good. I don't know if that's going to be 50% additive too. On my red crit Selegoth build from like months and months ago, I was using the Trumnat in that video. Dude, the Trumnat's just going to annihilate Acolytes even harder now. So I hope this augment actually is good. It is in the sacrificial mod slot, of course, but yeah, this one sounds pretty powerful. Having got 3 ghosts sounds interesting too, so I'll probably try that out while farming Wisp today. Varuna's augment is called Ulfrin's Endurance. For her 4th ability, Wolf/Crazy Mode. I mean, Ulfrin's Descent. During Ulfrin's attack, enemies that die from bleed within 20 meters restore Varuna's charges. Again, another ability most people helmet off. The 4th ability of Varuna. So basically what this means is while you're attacking in Varuna's ulti, if an enemy dies with a slash proc, which this ability does cause slash procs, it will actually give you charges back. She has like 4 charges, I believe, of attacks in her ulti, so that's kind of cool. It still eats up mod slot, like I said, and this just feels like something that should maybe be built into the ability at base. I don't know, like, again, no one's using it, besides like maybe niche people that think it looks cool when you're in wolf form. Like, I agree, it does look cool. The main thing this should have made Ulfrin's Descent count as a melee attack, so it could proc like cast hunt and stuff, but whatever. So the last one is going to be for Styanax, called Intrepid Stand. It's for its 4th ability, which actually is pretty good, even though a lot of people don't like how you can't recast it midair anymore. Each javelin hit that hits an enemy grants 60 overguard to Styanax and 30 overguard to his allies. What? I thought it said over shield. No, it's over guard. So hit one enemy with a. Oh my gosh, this augment sounds broken. Okay, so if you didn't remember, they made some changes to overguard today. So whenever you have overguard and it breaks, you have 0.5 seconds of invincibility. So each javelin that hits an enemy will give you 60 overguard, and your allies 30 overguard within affinity range. You don't even have to mod for range on that. So Styanax is going to be even more of a tank support. Remember, he also gives shields per kill with one of his abilities as well. So he's going to be giving shields, overguards, and over shields if you use this augment. Definitely look out for a build on this one soon. It sounds pretty good. It sounds pretty good. Just because it's 30 overguard doesn't mean that it's not good. I mean, any amount of overguard will be good, as it will give brief invincibility. So those all look like good augments. Thank you, whoever designed these. Sounds like you're actually putting some thought into this stuff. Besides Ulfrin's Endurance, I don't like that one personally. But hey, maybe someone out there will like it. New decrees. We got some new decrees. Gain 25% resistance of knockdown for each enemy within 20 meters. Okay, so a mini prime sure-footed. I will never pick that, but that's cool if people don't have it. Swooping Miasma. Gain 3 jumps. 3 extra jumps. Jumping slide kicks cause 300% viral damage and status in an area around enemies hit. Interesting. Jump higher increase. Gain 180% damage while airborne. Effects wears off 2 seconds while landing. That's going to be great for Garuda. Okay, cool. Inflicting a cold or toxin effect also inflicts viral. Interesting. Baneful Harmony. That should have some good synergy of some of the decrees, like cause cold procs on nearby enemies. Interesting. Consuming Rage. Heavy attacks and power strikes consume 10% of your energy bar, but gain 300% increased damage. Okay, so those decrees are kind of tame, honestly, but sounds like there's some good synergy at least. I like these two. Kexox Pounce and Baneful Harmony seem like they could be pretty nice. New DUVIRI Captura scenes, new DUVIRI Dojo rooms. So a bunch of these overguard changes we went over in the video yesterday. If you want a deep dive on that, go over the video yesterday. But basically, status procs have been buffed for Puncture. Puncture now causes extra crit chance to the enemy. Impact's just going to be easier to get Parazon finishers off with. And Freeze is also going to give you increased crit damage. So, very nice. Or rather, Cold is going to give you increased crit damage. Another big quality of life change here. Stances in the arsenal will now show you the multipliers on attacks. So you'll have an easier choice of setting which stance you want to run. Okay, DUVIRI changes. Okay, this is a big one, guys. Maybe not to us, but for the game in general. Remove the DUVIRI starting path for new player experiences. You can no longer start the game on DUVIRI anymore. Yeah, pretty massive changes to throw in there. So let's go over why they decided to do this. If you are a brand new player, you can no longer go left or right. Like, I want to go the DUVIRI path, I want to go the Captain Vor path. It's only Captain Vor now. They were experimenting with that. After months of review of player behavior, we are making this change to give all new players an accurate representation of core WARFRAME experience before we introduce them to the magic of DUVIRI. Offering 2 starting paths for new players was an experiment. We do not regret it, but a key part of experimentation is continued iteration after the fact to ensure the player's experience is the best as possible. Someone who already chose the Drifter path should not be affected. So yeah, you can no longer do that. Okay, at least we got to try it. At least it existed for a little bit, I guess. Remove the decks. Okay, so there's a lot of things in here that are going to be like little individual changes. He's taking some of my advice. A bunch of those noob IPS mods like Shredder and stuff have been increased in stats. So for example, Rupture increased. It used to be 30% impact damage. Now it's 90% impact. They just buffed a bunch of those mods. So maybe some of these will be good on like. No, they probably won't be. But hey, at least they're higher stats now. Okay, so a lot of this stuff is just going to be like individual things. Dual Toxicist has new animations for the Incarnon. Blitz Xmas will no longer target defense objectives with their fire shockwave attack, but it can still be damaged if it gets hit by it. So that's another nice change for defense missions. Those Blitz Xmas deal so much damage with that attack, and they will no longer target a defense objective with it, which was actually very annoying when they did that. Alright, some top fixes there. The Latron Incarnon mode is now affected by the double tap augment mod. I haven't tried it yet, but that sounds interesting. Alright, Ceramic Dagger will no longer cause self-stagger with the dagger launcher, so that's cool. And yeah, that's basically just a bunch of fixes after that, guys. So if you want to look for an individual fix, be my guest. There's a lot of fixes here. And that's going to be your Echoes of DUVIRI patch notes. So yeah, overall, I mean, some pretty good augment mods in there. I'm excited to check out that Stevagoth one. I'll definitely be buying that. But for the rest of them, oh, I already have the rep for it too. For the rest of them, like All Friends Descent, I'm probably not going to cast that. New Shadow emerges from the... This looks cool. You'll have a video of this one in next week from me, for sure. Yeah, so that's going to be basically the video. Riven nerfs have been canceled. It's confirmed they have been canceled for who knows how long. So yeah, go and enjoy the update, guys. Hope you found this video fun, helpful. Not much to show in-game here. I don't think there's any like deluxe skins or anything they added. It's just a more of a quality of life and numbers change update, which I actually like those updates every here and there, so works with me. There's the Argo and Bell right there. I'll have a video on that this week too, so. Alright guys, see you on stream very soon. Appreciate all the support and take it easy. Peace!